Thank you for coming on the line, sir. What is a proportionate response in your view? Good morning.
I think the whole notion of thinking about a proportional response is ridiculous. We are fighting an Islamist enemy committed not just to the murder of all Israelis, but committed to the murder of Jews around the world. There are many of decent, wonderful Muslims out there in the world who I'm sure are equally as appalled as Israelis and Jews around the world at this Islamist ideology. I think the notion of proportionality is simply the wrong question.
To go in on the ground, of course, Mr. Wegier, there will be a lot of innocent casualties among Palestinians. How much does that worry you?
It worries me greatly. I think it's appalling, the loss of civilian life, Jewish life, Arab life. It makes no distinction. Of course, that's terrible. But Israel is faced here with an enemy who has demonstrated over the last 3 or 4 days that is willing to murder children, old people, indiscriminately at a music festival, in a kibbutz, in their beds. So, of course, there will be civilian casualties, and that's awful. But the responsibility for this is on the Islamists from Hamas in Gaza and their Iranian backers.
But how will the unfortunate killing of more innocent people help the cause of Israel, Mr. Wegier?
The cause of Israel is to ensure that there is one place in the world where the Jewish people can have sovereignty and control of their own destiny. It is no longer a luxury for the Jewish people to be only forced to live in other countries without our own sovereignty. The Jewish national homeland is the greatest achievement of the Jewish people in 2,000 years, and something which puts it at risk will be defended fiercely by Israel and by its supporters in the Jewish community and many, many non-Jewish allies around the world, including our Prime Minister, our Leader of the Opposition, the American government, and many, many others. Israel does not feel alone at the moment. It really appreciates the support it's had from people around the world, but it will not leave its control of our destiny to other people.
Lastly, to conclude with a question about matters back here in the United Kingdom, from the first minute I started broadcasting of the weekend, shortly after 7 on Monday morning, I've been describing Hamas as terrorists. My understanding is the BBC will still not cross that line. Your reaction?
Well, the President of the Board of Deputies, Marie van der Zyl, has written a letter to the Director General of the BBC requesting that that position be changed. It is no longer a tenable or logical position not to call Hamas terrorists. I very much hope that that policy will be changed.
Grateful for your time. Thank you. Michael Wegier, Chief Executive of the Board of Deputies of British Jews, speaking to us from Israel. Now to